How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the vlog. So I'm still on the hunt for the best budget action camera to compete with cameras like the GoPro and the Garmin. And I was on Amazon and I found a cool one that looks like it's pretty good, but it didn't give me much detail. So let's take a look at it and see how good it is. So here it is, and you guys know I'm not big on unboxing, but this is the LGYYL Wi-Fi sports camera on eBay. It sells for about $60 right now, maybe $65. It's supposed to come in different colors, but on Amazon I was only able to pick it up in black. I gotta admit, the box is very nice, very well packed. And when I get a nice looking box, I'm always kind of positive. I have a positive feeling that the product inside is going to be pretty nice too. So it came with all of your GoPro style accessories. So if you've ever seen any of my other videos, it comes with a box full of all of your GoPro style accessories to attach it to your bike or to your helmet with straps and tie down cables. And this is the camera. Like I said, on Amazon, I kind of was in the dark about what I was going to get because the description that they use it for about 3 different versions of this camera that they sell. They sell this one, which is apparently waterproof, and they have one that's similar to this one, which is an action camera with a waterproof case. That's supposed to be Ultra HD, and then they have one that just seems like it's a regular 1080 camera without Wi-Fi. The price points were 60, I believe 50 and 30 for the different cameras. So I didn't know what I was going to get, and they didn't have a full profile I guess picture of the camera. So you only had one angle. You actually had multiple angles. You had an angle like this, an angle like this, an angle like this. I did not know that I was going to get a 2-inch screen on the back, and to be honest with you, the 2-inch screen is pretty nice. So right now we're in photo mode. You got on-screen display. It tells you that you have your photo mode right now. You got can't really see that because of the background. Let's do this. You got 14 megapixels. You got 5 frames per second burst mode, and interval shooting at 5 shooting at 5-second intervals up right now. So let's go to the options. In the options, you got a lot of different options here. Some of them are pretty cool. You got slow motion. You've got motion detection. So if something walks in front of it, it will start recording. Your video resolutions are capped at 4K 15 frames per second, which is kind of low, so you probably would never use that. But you have 2K at 30 frames per second, and then you got 1080 30 60. So let's go down to your photo resolutions. Your photo resolutions go up to 14 megapixels. So let's take a picture. Let's get out of this and take a picture to see how that actually looks. Okay. Okay, let's check that out. Now, when it comes to video resolutions and video quality, let's take a look at it and see how it looks.
Look at some video quality at 1080 60. Snowing outside. It's pretty bad. Overcast.
So that was an example of the bad audio that comes from the camera because the microphone is sealed inside of the waterproof case. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. You can't modify, or else you use the seal in the case. What I also noticed is that the camera seemed to be a little bit more jittery than any other action camera that I've held while walking, even the ones that didn't have image stabilization. So this is the video at 4 times slow motion. It doesn't look like the resolution changes down to like 720 or anything. It just looks like it's running the 1080 60 at a slower frame rate. So a couple last things. I just wanted to show you the Wi-Fi app before I close this out. So what you got to do to get it to go into Wi-Fi mode, because the instructions are very vague and kind of hard to understand because they're roughly translated Chinese. You got to hold down the mode button for 2 seconds, and then there was a little slash through the Wi-Fi setting there, but it went away. So that means the Wi-Fi is now enabled. And I got to tell you another way that you can kind of, if you do decide to buy one of these to troubleshoot something. When I was trying to go through this initially, it locked up on me and I couldn't shut it off because you can't pull the battery. But what I found out was by holding down each button, nothing was working until I held down the bottom rocker button for like 3 seconds and it reset the camera. So that's, if you happen to go out and buy one of these, just hold down, if it locks up on you, hold down the bottom rocker button to reboot the camera. So let me get that back on. And what you can do is, let me go back into the app. You go back into your Wi-Fi settings. The Wi-Fi is already on, so let me make sure that I am in my Wi-Fi settings. Wi-Fi. Okay, I wasn't in the Wi-Fi settings, so you got to find the camera, which is Sports TV. It's hard to do this through the phone. Okay, I'm connected, so now you go back, and then you download this app called Wi-Fi Camera Viewer. And you can set up your camera settings, or a few of your camera settings, through the app. So you can set up, you can't really use the resolution unless you want to shoot in 1080-30, because the only resolutions that are actually on this app that are actually on the camera is 1080-30. We don't have 720 or VGA settings. You have all of your photo resolutions, and you have your motion detection, I guess, sensitivity. So I'm going to set that to middle. And that's going to turn on our motion detection. So if you just saw that little icon just lit up, that tells you that the motion detection is running. And since I bumped the camera, it actually started the video, which is recording for 5 seconds once it detects motion. And it's not just motion of the camera; it's actually motion of something walking in front of it. So one last thing you can set on this that you can't set on the camera is your white balance and your exposure limits. But this camera handles white balance and exposure excellently. It has to handle it better than any other action camera I've had. And the most expensive camera I've had was the GoPro Hero Session 4. So really quickly, let me show you the motion detection feature on this. So it's not just bumping the camera, it's actually motion that moves in front of the camera that will get this recording. And like I said, it's set up for 5 seconds right now. So after recording 5 seconds of video, it will shut itself back off. And you can change that from 5, 10 to 1 minute. So you can use it as a security camera. So I gotta say, it's not a bad action camera. The reason that I bought it is because it said it came with its own waterproof case, but it also was misleading in the description of this one, saying that it had a removable battery. I kind of thought if it had a removable battery in its own case, it would be comparable to something like the GoPro Hero 5 Black. Maybe not as great image quality, maybe not as great as features, but definitely for waterproofing and changeable battery, it was a decent deal. At $60, I don't think I would have paid $60 for this, knowing everything that I know about it now. Only because it does not have sound. It has an internal speaker, an internal microphone, which does not pick up sound very clear or clear enough for you to understand what is being said, and then it does not have a speaker to play back anything that you've recorded. So this is only suited for something like scuba diving, or maybe if you're going to be using it for some kind of action sport where you're not going to use sound but you're going to use background music, maybe you want to use it for something like that. Hopefully this gives you some information before you go out and buy one of those to make an informed decision. If it does, please give me a like or a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe to the vlog, and I will be back with you with more reviews shortly. Bye.